Hello, and welcome back to Off Grid Style. I'm Nikki, and I'm so glad to have you here as always. We are discussing a really interesting topic and one that I hadn't really thought about, and that is the calories you will need if SHTF happens. We all think 2,000 calories a day. That's what it says on the back of my survival food. Well, that might not necessarily be true. So you do need to stick around on this one to find out exactly how much you need. Let's get started.
When thinking about trying to survive, understanding caloric needs is not merely a matter of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It's a pivotal factor in ensuring survival when facing unforeseen challenges, disasters, or SHTF situations. There is a huge difference between the average caloric needs of everyday life and the requirements in any SHTF situation. So, what is the baseline for everyday caloric needs? On an average day, the human body operates within a range of caloric needs that is dictated by factors like age, sex, weight, activity level, and overall health. According to the USDA, the WHO, and many other agencies, the average adult requires around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day to maintain their weight and support basic bodily function. So, what about in an SHTF scenario? When faced with a survival situation, our caloric needs undergo a dramatic shift. The demand our body has for energy spikes as individuals find themselves engaged in activities like foraging, hunting, and building shelters. In a survival scenario, conserving calories becomes just as crucial as acquiring them. The U.S. Army's Field Manual on Survival suggests that individuals in survival situations may require up to 3,000 to 4,000 calories per day, emphasizing the heightened physical demands and stressors associated with such circumstances. So let's look at some of the calories per task in survival situations. If you need to forage for food, you're going to average burning about 200 calories per hour. Building a shelter will burn approximately 300 to 400 calories per hour, even more if you have to chop down wood. Hunting would require 400 to 600 calories or more per hour, depending on the intensity. Navigating or investigating terrain can range from 200 to 400 calories per hour. Depending on the way you have to start it, starting a fire can require 300 to 500 calories per hour. So far, we've learned that understanding the caloric cost of survival activities gives us some idea of the meticulous balance survivors must strike between expending energy and replenishing it. Survival food buckets and the 2,000 calorie myth. Okay, so here's the deal. Ready-made survival food buckets are formulated and sold based on the assumption that people are going to maintain their caloric needs at a steady 2,000 calories per day, regardless of the challenging circumstances that could happen during an SHTF scenario. All you have to do is look on the back of your month-long survival bucket and you will see it's based on 2,000 calories per day. So this means that in an SHTF scenario, you can expect that your 30-day supply commercial survival food is going to last somewhere between 10 and 15 days because you will be burning 3,000 to 4,000 calories per day, not the 2,000 calories per day of everyday life. This means, of course, that many of us are going to have to go back and reassess how much we have stockpiled in food for SHTF, and possibly we may need to stockpile more than we thought we did. All right, before I move on, I'm really curious. Did you know about this, or did the information I just shared with you about how much we truly need in calories surprise you? Is it going to affect the amount of food you thought you had stockpiled and how long that food would last? Let me know in the comments. I am really curious to find out. And how about our body's ability to adapt and be efficient? A very interesting fact is that the body adapts to the stressors of survival scenarios by becoming more efficient in energy utilization. When food is scarce, metabolic processes shift to prioritize essential functions, and people may enter a state of ketosis, relying on stored fat for energy. This ability to adapt shows the remarkable resilience of the human body in the face of adversity.
Well, I know there were a lot of numbers in this one, but it definitely showed you what you need to truly survive in SHTF situations as far as calories are concerned, and not just empty calories. And it also showed you that maybe your calculations have been wrong and how much food you need to stockpile. That information on the back of that bucket you bought from one of those stores is not necessarily accurate for true SHTF. Let me know what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you soon.